You're listening to Off the Vine with Kaitlyn Bristowe.
Hey, Vinos, real quick, if you are listening right now, which obviously you are or you wouldn't be hearing this, can you hit the subscribe or follow button on whatever platform you're on? Please. That one simple thing helps more than you even realize. It allows me to keep growing on this podcast and making these episodes the best they can possibly be, obviously for you. That's the only favor I'm going to ever ask, okay? It truly means the world to me. Thank you. Now let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome to Off the Vine. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Bristowe, and Amanda Hirsch, aka Not Skinny, Not Fat, is back on Off the Vine. I always love talking to her. It's one of those podcasts that I forget I'm podcasting and think I'm just talking to a friend, but she is in a completely different era of her life, which I am loving for her. It feels especially different this time because she went from building an empire, talking about pop culture on her social media, to now stepping directly into it. She is performing live. She is saying yes to things that scare her. She's expanding her identity beyond commentator and into a creator, performer, and personality in just a whole new way. I'm really proud of her and I love listening to her speak on this. So today we talked all about the shift that she's been in, her year of yes, which is now turned into more of an era of yes. Performing at Netflix is a joke fest, doing her own live variety show, manifesting dream guests. She's been getting some good ones, raising 2 kids in New York City, and just how her relationship is going with her body, her ambition, and identity as her life and role evolves as who she is online. So obviously, we needed also her hot takes on pop culture. Did I talk about Jacob Elordi in an appropriate way? No. Do I have appropriate things to say about him? Also no. So we get into it all. Love her as always. So let's welcome Amanda to the podcast.
I actually don't know if it's like an age thing. Like, I'm like, it's not an age thing that I like want to like cover more of my face. Like, I don't know.
Don't do that.
I like want, like, it makes me feel like just better. I don't know why. And sometimes it really elevates like an outfit. Like, I did always want glasses since I was a little kid. So this isn't new.
I do think it's a cute accessory.
Yes, it's a cute. You do them too.
Yeah, all the time.
You do them too. Yeah. And do you have a number?
What do you mean?
Like, you have a prescription?
Oh, no, I don't have a prescription. I just wear them for straight funsies.
Stop. You don't even have a baby prescription, Kaitlyn? You fraud.
Nope. 20/20 vision, just trying to be cute out here.
Oh, that's crazy. So my whole life I wanted glasses, like was jelly of like people that had them. And then I go to renew my license and they were like, you have to do an eye exam. It's been 5 years or whatever. So I go and I'm like, Z2, 5. And they're like, okay, no. Like, it was so crazy.
Oh, really?
I was so confident. I've always had 20/20 vision. And they were like, no, do it again. And I was like, 9, 7, like so confident. And they were like, no, you have a little situation. And I was like, what? So I don't like need, like, it's not like on my license. I can't do it. It's more like stigmatism, 0.25, like super small. But I was like,
I totally lied to you. I do have a tiny stigmatism, and if I really wanted to, I could probably get a prescription, but I don't need it, and I don't want it until I have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't decide if to believe in the myth that, like, if you get them, then your eyes will be trained to need them. I know. You know?
I don't believe anything these days.
I know. I'm a conspiracy theorist now.
Me too.
No,
because I don't think they're conspiracies. I don't know if I'm a theorist. Yeah, it's just real.
Wait, we believe or we don't believe?
We do.
We do believe.
All of it.
All of it. Oh my God, like the aliens Barack Obama just said.
I saw that when Barack Obama said he's never met one, but they're here. I was like, he just confirmed what we all already knew. But I really think that the pandemic just like desensitized us to so much shit that now like everything that's coming out about anything, we're kind of like, yeah, of course.
I don't know, babe. I feel like this alien thing should be a bigger deal. Like, that's crazy, you know?
But
what do you mean? What do they look like? Like, I don't want to know. I'm sort of like head in the sand gal, you know? Like, I don't want to know. You know, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But if he's saying it, it must be true.
It's Barack Obama. He's not going to go on the record and lie. That ain't his character, you know?
He said it so nonchalantly.
But that's what makes me think, I'm like, they're just trying, I don't know who they are, but I feel like everybody's just trying to casually drop things on us. But I also think the aliens are AI. I think that's what I think they're like robots. Like they're like our computers. They're just getting smarter and smarter.
I can't handle this information.
Well, let's move on.
That's fine. I have more topics.
We're already recording, so we might as well just move on. Well,
I know.
Wait, where were you last? You were at a little watch party for Tell Me Lies.
I was. Do you watch?
Okay, I've only seen season 1, but now that I'm
how I
bored.
get frustrated with you.
I know, but you'll be so much happier with me.
Okay.
I'm better. I watch Summer House now.
Like you're on current season?
I watched season 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wow.
skipped 7, watched most of 8, and I'm on 9, and I really love it. I didn't think
it's
I
a
would
good
like
one.
it.
It's a good one. But yeah, you're whenever we chat, I'm like, oh my God, right.
I'm
You
trying
don't
to
know
be
what's going
better
on.
though, because I'm trying to treat it now that I'm like, okay, this is part of your job, Kaitlyn, step it up. So I am so in the Wuthering Heights era. I am like, I had an orgasm in my sleep last night thinking of Jacob. I literally woke up having an orgasm.
No.
I swear to God. I was like a 14-year-old boy having a wet dream.
Stop.
Yeah, has that ever happened?
You
to you?
dreamt he got in your dreams? No.
Oh,
You know who I've had multiple dreams about in my life? And one of
Justin
the only
Bieber?
people. Yes, babe. How did you fucking
Same.
know? Stop.
same.
Stop. I can't. Wait, you're a witch.
I am a witch. Yes.
Babe, that was crazy that you didn't even let me finish my sentence.
Because
I was like, do you know what? You're Justin Bieber. What? How did you do that?
Well, first of all, my whole gut just screamed at me that it was Justin Bieber. And I too I've talked about it on my podcast before that I have very vivid dreams about him. And then I keep seeing things on Instagram where it says like scientists are proving that dreams actually happened in another realm or another lifetime. And I'm like, I knew it. I know in my dreams that Bieber wants to be with me. He's just can't because of Haley.
That's so crazy. And I feel like he's my only like one that I remember, like maybe some others snuck in, but that's a recurring, like it happens once or twice a year. You know what I mean?
Oh, mine's
Where
once
I'm
or
like,
twice
oh my
a
God.
week. No, I
Oh my
swear.
God. Sleeping Kaitlyn is so horny.
I know. I don't know what the heck that is about. I don't know if it's because I started taking testosterone cream and my hormones are like back on track, but also it's literally maybe 3 times a week with Justin Bieber for me. And it's like
3
very
times
vivid.
a week?
Yes. I have a question for you. Is this in your dream? Is it like the most intense love, but you're also like so there for him that he just like trusts you and you like have this trust with him?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, me either.
Wait, can you tell me what happened with Wuthering Heights? So you watched it. Did you love it?
So I never read the books. I understand that there's like some upset that it's not the exact same. And I hate when I read a book and I'm so invested and I already have a vision of what it all looks like. And then I see the movie and I'm like, that's not it. I get why people would be upset, but I haven't read the books. And I was obsessed with the movie, but I didn't cry at the end, which made me feel like a robot.
Okay, don't tell me because people are going to be like, how don't you know the ending? But I don't. I've watched versions of it, I think, in my past, but I haven't. I don't remember. But even all the scenes, like with the hands and the mouth and the rain. So it's just all of that. It's all of that and more.
Because you're online. So you've obviously seen the interviews that they do together where did you see that he watched that she did this in the rain one time and it wasn't even in the script for him to do that to her. He just did it. I just got goosebumps. And he did it just like blocking the sun. And they were like, that is the most romantic thing. And he just thought it was like practical, but that's just who he is. And then how old is he? Do you know?
We can Google it. I feel like under 30 though. I think 28.
Is he still with Olivia Jade? Because that threw me for
28.
a loop.
Why do I just like my brain
You're also
stores
a
so
witch.
much. I know. He's 28. June 26th. Is that still a Gemini? It's not a Gemini anymore.
No, he's a Cancer. He would be a Cancer, a just sensitive soul, romantic.
First of
hottie.
all, babe, like he really is like the epitome to me right now in Hollywood of just a movie
Sex?
star. And yes, but like that exudes all of that. First of all, I just want to interview him so he like moves my hair out of my face. Like I've seen him in interviews.
Yeah.
He always touches the person. And I want to tell you guys something, which is like, I don't know if you experience this, Kaitlyn, when you interview guys, but like when I interview guy actors specifically, it could be reality TV stars too. I've seen that with them. They so don't give off vibes. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Zero vibes. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's like a lot of these like actor types. And by the way, you guys, I'm not going to say names, but guys that you think are so hot that you've like seen them in shows that you're like, oh my God, I would crumble. And then they're near you and you don't crumble because they're not giving you any of that energy. They're not like communicating with you in that way. They're not. So I'm waiting.
Me too.
I'm waiting for someone to sit in that chair and like give me vibes. You know what I mean? Just like
I think he would.
Vibes, you know? And he literally, I've seen like 3 interviews where he like moves something out of her face. Like, did you see him say hi to like a co-star like this? Like, it's just like.
It makes me uncomfy.
Yeah, it kind of does. And by the way, Olivia Jade, I don't care about the college scandal anymore. That's really all I know of her. I've seen some of her Get Ready With Me's. I don't really care about them. And if I had to say no, I don't think she's good enough for him. If I had to say that on record.
Okay, she was on Dancing with the Stars, and so I interviewed her once. Yes,
really?
She was the season after me. She was with Val, and
what?
Yes, and I think there was like rumors about. I mean, there's always rumors about people on Dancing with the Stars with their partner, but I saw rumors that there's something between them. But they could absolutely be
between
rumors.
Val and Olivia.
Yeah, but I don't know.
While he was married.
Oh, was he? I don't.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't know.
actually,
I don't know the relationships there.
It was probably just because that's what happens when anyone is partnered with Val. All of a sudden there's just like rumors about him. But I interviewed her and I guess this was so long ago. She just reminded me of a teenage girl. Like she just seemed very young and like he doesn't have Instagram and her whole career is Instagram. She's beautiful. She's just like, looks like a perfect little doll. But I was like thrown for a loop because I just pictured him with like a Kaitlyn Bristowe or something.
But here's the thing. So he dated Kaya Gerber before.
Yes.
And that made sense because they both love to read. She has a book club. Like she posts about her book club. I'm like, babe, no one cares. But like she is like, that to me makes you sound smart. Like if you're like reading books all the time, having a book club when you're like a model and could be just like doing that. And he's very like, has a paperback in his back pocket kind of guy. So that felt like two
hot nerds.
Two hot nerds. So it made sense. But I think we need to talk about, if we're talking about this, the press tour, because I went on record. I love how I'm being dramatic today. I went on record saying at the beginning that I don't think, do you remember, again, I want to not get frustrated with you here. Do you remember the promo tour for Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney's movie?
I do.
Where she was like grabbing his dick almost, like his girlfriend broke up with him over it. This was a very real thing where like.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, for Anyone But You or something, I think the movie was called.
Anyone But You, yeah.
By the way, terrible. Like I watched that movie after I was really bad. But it got people watching. It was a whole thing. And I think her name is Gigi Paris, like his ex. She literally, I know I'm saying went on record a lot today, but went on record.
She did. And she said
did.
That's why they broke up.
Yes. And I was covering this whole press tour saying this is so fucked up. They both have partners. Like, why would they do that? It's not worth it. People will see the movie. And then I was, my theory was that this can destroy a relationship. And then when they broke up, my theory was that it was because of that. And then like a year later, she confirmed it and said, like, I hope it was kind of worth it. And even Glenn Powell in interviews, I feel like the way he spoke was like, Sydney knows what she is doing. She's a genius. And it's like, she's not that big of a genius. Like, it's not that crazy. So this is a tale as old as time. Okay, it's a tale as old as time. And I read this book, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Yes.
Wait, did you read that book?
Yes. I love that book. I am a book nerd. I also have a book club. We're called Booked and Busy, and it's amazing. But yes, I love that book.
Wow, it's like stayed with me. I wrote down quotes from Evelyn. But it's very like, I mean, even though that's historical fiction, but like it just Hollywood does have that. Very planned. Some relationships are fake for sure. Their beards, it's all happening.
Oh, I believe all of that.
But with Margot and Jacob, it didn't give me that vibe at the beginning. It didn't give me the vibe of let's pretend we're in love. you know, what?
What
Talk to
vibe
me.
did it get? Well, I'm trying to think.
Did it give you Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell?
No, not as much. More real. Like I thought I was like, I see what you guys are doing with Sydney and Glenn. With Margot and Jacob, I'm like, they're
You're
really
actually
in love.
I see. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's
they
more
can't
of like
help
a
it.
comfortable love. Yeah.
You think they are in love?
Yes. Didn't she say like she actually forgot she was Margot Robbie for a minute and she was fully like in love with the character?
She said wild things on this press tour, which I don't think, again, like my husband already knows, like, yes, he's going to hear me calling Jacob Elordi hot. Like he's going to, you know, and he'll just be like, whatever. Does he love it? Like, no. If he said, I would do it, how would you feel? And I'm like, we can't play that game. It's just not going to happen. No. You're not going to be a podcaster, not going to be like, let's not discuss that.
It's not on brand.
That's not, you're not that person. But that's like nothing compared to what these Hollywood people do. And I have, I'm sure like you, like friends in the industry, people have told me like, you film a show or a movie, you're in a bubble.
Yeah.
You're in Canada, you're in Atlanta, you're in the Moors, you're separated from anything that you know in your real life of your family and your baby or your whatever. And you are in this bubble with this person
acting. Like you're not, it's not just like you're at work doing a 9-to-5 desk job and see them. Like you are fully in love and making out and like having fake sex.
And then after that, seeing them and having them be part of your world. So like what I've heard from actors, it's like, it's very intense no matter what. Sometimes you finish it and you're like, bye forever. And you know, but so many times I feel like it happens like Olivia Wilde, who blew up her life for Harry Styles. It's like, it happens and it makes so much sense that it happens because we can't imagine the intensity of like filming. And
I
being
don't think
on
I could
location.
ever be in a committed relationship if I was in the acting world because I would fully fall in love with everybody.
But that's the thing. It's like, what do people think? It's like two hot people, Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi. Like, what do you think? She's like, no, he's my little brother. Like, no, that's not real life.
And they're both like brilliant in their craft, which like is such a turn on to the other person because they're like inspired by them too. And then they get to act like
they're both
love,
Australian.
They're
Come
Australian?
on. Yeah, babe.
What was the accent they were doing in the movie?
Oh, I didn't watch the movie. Is it British?
Right. I think it's British.
Oh, they were doing British. That's
which is so impressive. I can't even. Yeah, if you're, they're just both incredible, and I feel like I'm just buying what they're selling. I want to see the movie again, and I can't wait for you to see it. You haven't read the book though.
No.
Oh
no. But I did see some people critique it, not from what you not in what you were saying, but that he gives Frankenstein the first half of the movie, and then when I saw clips from the movie. And there were times where he was like walking hunched over. I was like, oh, wait, I do see a little Frankenstein vibes. Like he's very tall.
Yeah.
So he kind of almost hunches over.
Well, it was he was not like a wealthy man at the beginning. He was a shell of himself. Let him live.
Okay. I will. I can't wait to see it.
Will you please text me as soon as you get out of the theater and tell me if you cried? And
then I'll tell you the next day if I woke up needing to change my underwear.
Yeah, tell me. And then I'll tell you next time I do that with Justin Bieber. That hasn't happened in a minute, but now I'm like the testosterone cream is working.
You're like, I miss you. I miss you, JB.
No, I'm not kidding, Amanda. I think I even said this on a podcast before. This is straight humiliation because you know how like people really dog on Haley for being a super fan of him before they were together.
Okay.
If and when Justin and I ever get together after their divorce, everyone's going to come back to these podcast episodes and be like, Justin loves a fangirl, because I have fully admitted that one time I skipped a workout because I snoozed my alarm that pissed me off. It woke me up in the middle of a Justin Bieber dream, and I snoozed it to miss my workout just to go back into the dream because it was so real.
Stop.
That's embarrassing.
That's, first of all, when I saw people trying to come for Haley for that, I was like, I don't understand that she made a dream come true. Like,
yeah, you guys are just jealous it wasn't you.
Yeah, like this isn't something to hate somebody on. Like she made it, guys. Like that's amazing.
She's all living our dreams, our actual dreams. She made come true.
Okay, to be honest, right now, I don't know if she's living the dream. You know what I mean? I think I think it's probably really hard being married to him, and
That's
you have
true.
to be, very That's why we're having, I mean, you said you're having full relationship dreams, like not just sex, but.
What is wrong with me? That feels like when I say it out loud, I go, I'm crazy.
But you're having full relationship dreams, babe. Yeah.
And I like sometimes get excited to go to sleep to be like, who am I going to make out with tonight? And I can control my dreams too, where I can like go into my dreams and I can be like, ooh, I'm dreaming. And then I can go do whatever I want and have control over my dreams.
Really? That's called something, no?
Probably.
Wait, Kaitlyn, that's crazy.
Psycho? Yeah, it is crazy. Like, I feel like we learn so much about adulting as we get older. Like, becoming an adult is realizing how important your mattress actually is and getting hyped on it. I recently upgraded to the Reserve Hybrid from Lisa. I think I talked about this last episode, but I didn't name the specific brand. The Reserve Hybrid, I'm not exaggerating when I say my bed now feels elite to the next level. It is that perfect mix of plush and supportive. Like, you get that cozy sink in feeling when you first lay down, but you still wake up feeling aligned instead of sore. Gosh, I have such a bad back, so that makes a really big difference for me. And what I love about Lisa is that they design their mattresses around how people actually sleep. So whether you're a side sleeper, a back sleeper, or someone who moves around all night long, they've really thought through the comfort and support. And they make it super easy to try. So Lisa mattresses are designed and assembled right here in the US. They ship straight to your door for free, and you get a 120-night sleep trial so you can really make sure it is the one. They also give back in a really big way, which I love, donating thousands of mattresses each year and partnering with organizations that help remove plastic waste from our oceans. So go to lisa.com for 20% off mattresses during their spring sale, plus get an extra $50 off with promo code OTV, exclusive for my listeners. You're welcome. That's leesa.com, promo code OTV, plus an extra $50 off. Go ahead, support our show. Let them know that we sent you after checkout. Lisa.com, promo code OTV. I'm really inspired by you. I always have been, but like your energy and your aura and this era that you're in of saying yes. And you are like, I'm not even kidding. When you got on the screen and you were like, oh, I look so bad. It's a post-workout. There's still something about you that's like radiating confidence and joy.
Really? That means a lot.
That.
Really?
I'm not just saying
First
that,
of all, you're witchy today. I didn't realize we're in this witchy era of auras and fucking
the Chinese
things.
New Year, babe. I went straight woo-woo last night.
No, you've always had a little woo-woo. You've always had a little.
You should have seen me last night. I was punch dancing in a full moon or in a new moon ceremony.
No.
Yeah. I had salt water in front of me and I was doing some tapping on my third eye. I burned some shit. I did a manifestation. I did a meditation. I did a visualization. I did journal prompts. I shoved a crystal up my vagina. It was perfect.
Did you actually?
No.
Okay.
That would be one step. I would admit it if I did, but I didn't.
You would.
I would tell you. But yeah, you're radiating something very, I don't even know what word to use, but you're in your yes era.
I am in my yes era. I like that you said that because I called it my yes year, but that was literally 2025. And then I am going into 2026 with it.
Yeah, you're still doing it.
And I'm still doing it. And it's almost like, even like last night when you were talking about, I went to watch the Tell Me Lies finale with the creator who invited me to her house to see it.
Like what?
Old Amanda, which my friend really makes fun of me. He's like, new Amanda. Old Amanda would have been like, and not gone. You know what I mean? It would have been like, for many reasons, I would have said, it's in Brooklyn. I don't feel like it. I don't know who's going to be there. I feel weird asking who's going to be there. She said it was going to be super intimate. Why am I invited? Who's going to be there? And I was way more no's than yeses for me. And I don't think it's bad. I really thought it was like cool to like be like, nah.
You're like, this is my boundary.
Yeah. Like I don't like, I just listen to myself. I've always listened to myself, but I think literally yesterday was almost like, and this is how the year of yes kind of, at the beginning, it's really forcing yourself, but now it's sort of like, it's almost like an outer body experience. Like when I was leaving my house last night, saying bye to my husband, saying bye to like Noah, my son was still up. It's like, where am I going? Like, it was almost like I was pulled by like a string. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like not a decision. It wasn't like, oh, should I go? Should I not go? Like obviously there are certain things that I'm like, no, like not worth my, but there are certain things like I feel like when I clock it very quickly, I know like
You
what I
commit
should.
to the yes.
Yeah. I feel like it's almost like an outer body experience at this point. It's like instead of the autopilot being no, it's more yes. And then and it doesn't come with as much anguish of like, ugh, you know, like, which we all love to talk about. It's so memed about like, ugh, you don't want to go out. You want your friends to cancel. Like you want everything to be canceled and done. And I'm like that. Like there's nothing more than I love a cancellation.
Yeah.
I sometimes will get an amazing opportunity and my first reaction is like, oh no, because I have to do something. You know what I mean? Do you get that?
And it's yes, but I also think there's a little fear in there. Like I feel like a lot of
so
no
much fear,
comes with a
babe.
lot of fear. Yeah.
Oh my God, so much. I think for me, realizing that was like the key was like, I would cringe so hard at influencers or anybody that were going to events that were getting glam. I would literally say to influencers' faces like, ew, like, why are you getting glam every day? Like, are you a loser? Like, because I know, because like, and you know the mechanics that go behind it. Like you're invited to an event, you hire a glam team, you're paying for that. You're not being paid for that if it's like just like an event that you're not, having a brand deal or anything or working it. So it never made sense to me. Like it never like, I was like, if you're doing that, like you're a loser. You want to be seen. You want to take a picture. And I think like I was projecting, do you know what I mean? Like I was projecting because I was scared to do that. And I thought I would look like a loser doing that. And I
feel that so hard.
So I really kind of like flipped the switch on that and said, you know, almost every time you went, something good happened, you know, either you had a great time, you were the star of the night, you met people, you made a connection, you got a podcast, whatever. Like I would say 98%. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, I think I was really projecting and protecting myself because that's such an extra layer to deal with. Like getting dressed, doing the glam, you know, putting yourself out there, going by yourself, you know, going by yourself a lot of the time and standing like a loser, Kaitlyn, on the red carpet line. Like that's not fun for anybody.
I totally understand.
It's like you see it from the outside and you're like, oh, so glam. But like, by the way, even celebrities that are big, like there's a line till it's your turn on the motherfucking carpet and they can get bumped or whatever. But all those things really cringe me out. And I think, like you said, fear, like I was scared of them. It scared me. And I think Will Arnett said this, and I quoted it, that he said, because his friends were kind of saying what you were saying to me, like Sean Hayes and Jason Bateman were saying that, Will, kind of what you're saying to me, like you're in this era, you're doing all these things, you're doing the movie. And he said like, yeah, like he used to say, I don't want to be caught trying.
Yeah.
And that line really spoke to me because that's me. Like, right, me sitting on my couch being like, ew, like this show is fun. That doesn't look like I'm trying that hard. That looks like, oh, like, you know, lucky her, she gets to do this from her couch in her pajamas, you know?
Right.
So I think that felt so comfortable to me, like not only comfortable physically, but also that the way it looked, the way it was perceived. Like I love that it was perceived that way too. So doing the glam and going out or going on this and, you know, wanting to be seen or take a picture or get that felt like it doesn't look cool. It doesn't look not try hard. It looks so try hard. So that really icked me out for a very long time. And I was like, for my New Year's resolution of 2025 said, what can I do that's like, you know, really kind of like breaking a pattern, doing something entirely different and trying to change something. And I was like, let's try it. Let's see if I give in to more of that and do more of things and not just my usual just go to the podcast studio, come back, only go if I'm working the event, only, you know, what would happen. And now it's kind of become I feel like I changed my brain chemistry a bit from going immediately no to like, is this a yes? Like, how is it? You know what I mean? Again, I still say no, but.
Well, no, because I was thinking about that. I'm like, I sometimes, first of all, I relate to that so hard where I will project as well, where I'm like, sometimes I just don't even have the effort to do what half of these influencers are doing. So I like dog on it instead.
Right.
But the thing is, there are people out there that are very try hard, and you see that and you don't want to be perceived as that but at the end of the day, that is not you. So no matter what you do and what you go after and what you say yes to, you're doing it because you actually have a passion and a purpose behind it. And you're starting to understand that you do belong in these rooms, and you feel it once you get there, and it makes you happy. It's not forced. It's actually just alignment for you.
I love that. No, you're a therapist, babe. I don't know what's happened. Like, I don't know, but I feel like you've come with so much wisdom, but it's so true. Thank you. And that makes me, that like really ties things together for me. And I also think like hashtag no regrets. Like, I don't regret the before time because that's who I always was and is a huge part of me. And you're right. And maybe like, no, everything happens at the right time where like, I now feel confident enough to go alone or walk into a room and like meet executives of, you know, and now it also like, you know, go to went to some premiere. If I had that moment, I remember I walked in by myself. It was like this premiere party and I immediately got overwhelmed. I was like, oh my God, this is way more like, like, and I remember thinking, have a drink, leave, like, you know, and immediately it was almost like I was like plopped out by like very important people that were there. And it's like you were saying, like, no, maybe you just like wanted to wait till this point where you felt like you belong there and not like you're arriving to the opening of an envelope vibes where you're just like another, where like people care that you're there. They're excited that you said yes. So I think maybe I needed that. And you've worked
really hard. You've worked really hard to get there. It's not like you just are trying and you're like, put me in this room because I like maybe I can do. You've worked really hard to get to where you are.
10 years, babe. Like I look at it now, I'm like, I mean, you have these days too. We've talked about it before. And like you get competitive in this industry and you can feel shit about yourself. Like it's such highs and lows. It's like, one day you're like, I'm killing it. The next day you feel like a loser. Like it's just the way it is. But then, you know, I'm like, I'm in this game, like, you know, almost 10 years. Like 10 years since I started my Instagram, like 8 years since I started my pod. But like, this isn't, and I hear a lot of people that are kind of new in this world and it'd be like, oh, when did you start? And it's like a year and a half ago. And I'm like, you know, like, so it's not overnight where like, you're like, this is great. Like, no, it's been and I've taken my time to ease into it and to get better at things.
That's why it's giving me hope. Cause I got a little down on myself a while back, like just a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, am I a loser trying too hard now with the podcast? Or am I like, I was getting a bit complacent, I think is the problem. And I had a little pity party, but then I turned the beat around and now I'm like, wait, I've worked really hard for 10 years. And this is when like really beautiful things can happen. It's not like the end of a decade, the end of an era for me. Like this could be the beginning of something where I like felt complacent. I realized that I do love what I do. Let's get better at our craft and let's like go.
Well, by the way,
what you're doing.
That's the word that I used. Complacent was what I was feeling before the year of yes.
That's what I think. I'm stepping into the year of the horse and I feel it. I feel like I
changing something up.
Yes. And I feel like I'm like, no, wait, I can do this. Why not me? I'm going to work hard. I'm literally moving to New York, Amanda.
You are?
Yeah. In April.
Shut up.
Yes. I will still keep my house in Nashville, but yeah.
Wait, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Are you scared? What are you feeling?
Terrified. I'm terrified. I feel like.
But you've been so much already. I feel like you've eased into it.
Yeah. It's much different than I would have. I actually have a message to somebody 5 years ago saying, I really want to get a little place in New York and like have a New York era. I said that 5 years ago and I'm finally doing it. So I'm like, it's one of those things. I know I'm scared because New York feels like scary to this little Canadian. I was like, Nashville's like my little happy bubble. Right. It feels safe. And New York, I go, oh, I'm going to want to like do things, which again, why do we stunt our growth we're scared and we say no to things that could only benefit us and make us happy and proud of ourselves. Why do we do that?
Well, you know that there's that phrase that's like, if you're not growing, you're not living. And I think that is it. And I really connected.
Feels
And
like
I
a
really,
Meghan Markle saying.
I really connected to it because, and I'm proud of myself with that. Like, not only the yes, but like, I didn't used to work out. Like, working out is now part of my day. Wasn't a book girly. Now I'm getting really into books. Like, I'm like, it feels so good to like add new things to your life, but not in like a little way, in like a big way. Like,
No, in
going
like a
from
reinvention.
yeah, like going from, and that's, I feel like so inspiring to yourself that you're like, oh, like you don't have to feel stagnant. Like there's always stuff that you can add.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you're changing your shit around. But I do want to say to you that I know that you have times where you feel stagnant, but you are a motherfucking OG. And I listen to your podcast.
Oh,
Kaitlyn, you know that.
that is like so, that. But so could you
Babe,
tell us getting a little complacent?
I'm saying you were an OG. And before I started my podcast, you inspired me to start a podcast. Do you understand? Like
Look at
you,
us
I used to
inspiring each
listen
other.
to, I used to listen to you, an armchair expert, literally. That was my
Wow.
rotation, my love. So
Wow.
I think that you are, selling yourself short sometimes. And, it is hard. It is hard. I'm sure for anyone in any industry to like, it's saturated as when you started. There was probably not.
You see the numbers, and then you're like, I suck. Why doesn't anyone like me anymore?
Everyone loves you, and you really are the OG of podcasting for a reason.
Well, that's
Isn't
it nice to hype each other up and mean it?
I totally mean it.
Yeah, I mean everything I'm saying to you too.
I also read somewhere that we don't have that problem, but like if you're feeling like jealous of somebody or like competitive, like do the opposite and like hype them up or something.
That's what happened. That is how I literally changed. You were talking about changing the chemistry in your brain. That is actually how I changed the chemistry in my brain. I used to be so insecure about other women in any sort of world that I was in. And I would be so jealous and I would try to find things wrong with them. I just said this on another podcast. And I immediately went, this does not feel good. This is not attractive. This is not benefiting me in any way. And then I switched it to being like, am I jealous or am I inspired? And then I started saying I was inspired and
oh wow,
by these women. And now I'm like obsessed with women who kill it in any industry. And I'm like I look at it through such a different lens now because I'm just like, look at them killing it. I would have been jealous before and now I'm inspired.
That's such a good question. Am I jealous or am I inspired?
I thought about putting it on a t-shirt once.
Or a tattoo?
Or
Be
I
honest.
would do that.
Be honest. Be honest.
T-shirt writing on t-shirts was like such a thing for a while. I like Summer House I've been watching, and the way that Carl rocked t-shirts with words on them, like sayings and phrases, I was like, oh, that was such a phase. But if it was still a phase, I'd put that on a t-shirt. But maybe you're right. I will just tattoo that on my hand.
You probably will tattoo it. Yeah.
Dang it. Do you have tattoos?
I do. 5, 1, 2. They're all dumb. Like I have my kids' names, so like that's the only not dumb one.
Yeah.
But the ones I got when I was little, like an ohm behind my ear.
Cute.
Like I was that era.
That's
you know?
okay. I have so many dumb ones. It's insane. I have so many dumb ones.
Would you remove?
I've thought about this so many times. I thought I would remove my birds, and then I went back on that, and I went, no, I love my birds. I hated them for a minute. But the only one that really, there's 3 that I really hate. There's a diamond that I got tattooed like right on an awkward part of my rib just because I was drunk in Mexico. They had like a sticker list to choose from. One was a diamond. I was like, that one. That's really stupid. I have music notes and stars behind my ear.
Oh, right.
And then I have an ex-boyfriend's initials tattooed on my foot.
Which one?
Nobody knew who he was. His name was...
Wait, back in the day?
Yeah.
So what does it look like? Because bottom of foot gets like really like bad, no? Or is it like perfect still?
It's terrible.
Oh my God, Kaitlyn. Okay, you need to remove that.
It's like in cursive and it's so ugly.
Wait, was this pre-bachelor?
Yeah, I was like 24 maybe.
Wait, was this the hockey player?
Which one? I had 2. I dated 2 hockey players.
So is this one of them?
One. Yeah.
Wait, I can't believe you got his name tattooed, you freak.
I know. I do regret it.
I mean, yeah.
I kept trying to make it mean different things.
Imagine you were like, I don't regret it.
No regret. Hashtag no regrets, Amanda. You said it.
Okay, Kaitlyn, but I do think you should remove that.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to. And he's still a friend of mine. I actually still talk to his parents like every week.
You do?
I get really attached to families. Yeah. I get really attached to families, and him and I like didn't talk for years, and now we'll like send like a happy birthday, and because I'm so close with his parents.
Okay, that's so weird that you're so close with his parents.
I literally will go stay at their house like and sleep in his old bed because I'm so close with them. But I don't even think anything of it. No, I don't even think anything of it because they're like my best friends, and I don't even think of it as Justin's bed. I think of it as like Jen
when are
and
you
Dean's house.
when are you going and spending the night there? In what context?
They live really close to my parents' place outside of Vancouver in Canada, and their backyard is like my happy place, and we just go and drink wine and hang out by the pool, and then I go home to my other parents' house.
No, I can't. I can't with you. No, I can't.
Wait, you think I'm funny?
Yes.
Do you think I could do live performing with Netflix as a joke fest like you?
No, but that's not. There's like so much confusion about this festival, and it was such a cool opportunity to do a live show there. By the way, speaking of icks, like I had live show ick before I ever did my first show. And speaking about fears, it was probably the fear, but I did for years, like, my agents and whatever would be like live show. I'd hear from in my DMs, like, and I'd be like, no, I'm not a stand-up, I'm not this. Like, why would I, you know what I mean? It's all of that. It's like, what am I going to do on the stage? Like, I know this and I know this, but I don't know if it converts to this, and then in my year of yes, one of my things was doing a live show in New York because I'm from New York. So I was like, let's do one in New York, see how I feel. And I'm also very like, I'm thoughtful about everything. So it's like, let me do it in New York, see how I feel. If I hate it, I'll never do it again. If I love it and I see like, what were you making a big deal about? First of all, and it was very cool because it was sold out and it made me feel so nice because I had crazy fears about that happening. And it was so fun. It felt so effortless and like all the fears I had were like not there. And then I was like, what were you thinking that like you don't want to be on a stage? Like obviously you want to be on a stage with a microphone. Like why'd you pretend that you didn't want that, But anyway, but I still said to, the teams I'm not going on tour. I would do like one-offs of shows in places that I like. And then this Netflix is a joke thing came up and I was like, wait, that's so cool. Like Netflix is a joke is huge. And it's an honor to be like part of the festival, but it's just going to be like a live show. Like it's like part of the festival.
It's like you being you doing what you do on podcasts.
I would do. Yeah. It's what I would do in New York or Minnesota or wherever. It's just part of this festival. So it does feel like a bigger deal kind of, just because you're in the same, week as like huge comedians but they are having like more podcasts and stuff, but it's just a live show in LA. It's on May 8th, but it's just part of this Netflix is a joke. So it's meaningful to me that it's part of Netflix is a joke, but doesn't mean anything, I feel like, to people that will come because it's just like you're coming to my live show.
But isn't that so fun to see your community that you've built, like, and meet people who listen, like, and who just literally adore you? It's so sweet.
You've done it, right? You've done tours?
I've done so many tours. In fact, I want to do another one. But again, I'm having the fears of nobody showing up. I'm like, if Justin Timberlake had to shut down his shows because people are not buying tickets.
Why do we think the same? Like, why are like we do have a lot of like soulful connections because I swear to God, and I've probably been on record saying this. I swear, my shtick and my spiel for the whole time before the tickets for New York went on sale, I remember was saying, I'm just going to have to end up being like Justin Timberlake and like saying that, like that was my shit. My joke every day was the Justin Timberlake joke. So it's so funny that you said that. But yes, it's scary because you never know,
Well, I'll tell you, it happened to me once. I booked a show. I completely was a ding dong and booked it on Easter Sunday. And every other place I went to sold out, and then this one didn't. And it was one of my favorite shows because it was so intimate. I didn't go on, like I didn't read my notes at all. I just completely was like in the moment with these people. And it ended up being like one of my favorite things because I was like, wow, you guys showed up and who cares if the room is full or not? Like this was such a meaningful day for me.
Oh, cool.
And it was kind of like a ego check.
I mean, I think it's still like I was invited to be a surprise guest on someone's live pod. I won't say who, but she also did it on a date that was terrible.
Mm.
And there were 5 people. And didn't have your experience. I was so embarrassed, even though it wasn't my show. You know, I was so like, and I even asked her team, I was like, who let this happen? You know, like I was so mortified. So that like scarred me. And then, but you know, like you were saying about Justin Timberlake, like, you know how Hilary Duff is back and she's doing a tour. So for example, what they did is, you know how she did really small venues at first? She did like these tiny. So that was testing the market. That was testing to see. Yeah. So like everyone at every level, you know, there's obviously thought that goes into it. And Hilary Duff even doesn't know if she could fill up, you know, can she fill up a stadium? Can she fill up an arena? Like whatever the differences are, you know?
Yeah,
so they
it's a
had
weird time for that.
She had to, they had to see like how much desire there was for seeing HD in concert. And then once they saw the small spaces, I guess, fill out so quickly because they were teeny tiny, she's now going to do a world tour.
Oh my gosh. She looks so good.
Yeah. She's inspo. I sent it to my sister today who's pregnant because like Hilary Duff had 4 kids. She, you know, she's not one of those people that like doesn't gain, you know, she's a normal person and she, look at her now.
She does look amazing.
Okay, we all know this feeling when your to-do list is so long, you don't even know where to start. Ooh, I feel like that right now, actually. Work appointments, catching up with friends, remembering to drink enough water. Life is nonstop. And if you throw apartment hunting into the mix, well, forget about it. Just forget about it. But that is where apartments.com can come in handy. They take the stress out of finding your next home so you can actually enjoy the process instead of dreading it. So if you want to see if a place is a good fit, you could take a 3D virtual tour and get a real feel for the space without even having to leave your couch. And once you find a place you love, you can schedule a tour online and even apply with one click. So you're not stuck filling out endless paperwork for every single place you're interested in. It's all in one spot, making your search just way easier. So whether you're moving for a fresh start, a new job, just better vibes all around, apartments.com helps you get it done so you can get back to literally everything else. So join the millions of happy renters. Find your next home at apartments.com, the place to find a place.
I know you're not into like the woo the way I am, but you are into manifesting. And I feel like you like was this whole goal of exercising and like feeling good in your body on your vision board? And what does a vision board look like for you if you're not into the woo?
In general, with first of all, I believe in manifesting in a way that's not woo. I believe that manifesting, the definition is wanting something.
The law of attraction?
Believing in it, right? Believing that you can do it, putting it out there, working towards it. To me, that's manifesting. You know what I mean? Like
it is. That's all energy. It's literally all energy that you're putting out. So what is the word woo you don't like?
I don't not like it. I just want people to know that it's like way more like logistical and practical than people saying like, so I don't have a vision board. I don't like, now I've started writing things down. Actually, I've started writing things down in like my notes app. So I don't forget. I'll be like goals, things I want to do with my year of yes. I put like things I checked off. I was like live show, you know, do this, do that, do that. But for me, like, I feel like the way I think about manifesting is so technical. Like it's not, there's no woo in it for me. There's no like, if I believe it, I will. But it is like working, because I think a big part of it is working towards it, not just believing it.
Agree.
It's like, you know, Bad Bunny who like, you have to do the work. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win the lottery without filling out a lottery ticket, you know, but
right. It's all about putting yourself in situations you wouldn't before, working hard. It's so much patience. It's a lot of things that goes into manifesting. Yeah,
but I think first step is thinking it, saying it, putting it out there. Like even when I interview actors and it's like I was 5 years old and I was like, I'm going to be famous, you know, like even that. But they said that, and then they forced their parents enroll them in acting school. And then,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So like there's steps to it, but I feel like number one is like, put it out there, like say what you want, go after what you want, which is scary because especially in professions like this, right? That are like, everyone wants, you know, you think everyone like wants to be, you know, in the entertainment industry, right? Like we all wanted to be Juliana Rancic, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you wanted to be on E! News too? That's so crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But you have to believe that you can be one of the people. Like you have to believe in yourself enough to think that it's possible. Like I just posted the other day, I don't know if you saw my post, but I saw this and I was like, oh my God. I literally found an email. It was starred. I was going over my starred emails and I saw one from 2018 when I was pitching my podcast to networks. And I wrote like, hi, Adam.
I did see this, yeah.
And I was like, so I started a podcast. First episode was 800 downloads. Second episode, subscribers only. I didn't promote it. 200 downloads. How crazy. Let's go. Let's like, you know, have me join the network. I want to monetize. Like, I need help monetizing. Bitch. And he answered me, they can't start monetizing before like 10,000 downloads or something. And I was like, no problem. Okay.
No problem. I got it.
No problem. I'll keep going. So how me inspire, like I'm inspired by her with the 200 downloads. First of all, being proud of that because that's not nothing, right? It's not nothing. It's 200 people that are listening to a podcast from a chick that is not, you know, I had some followers, but it's like I wasn't in the cultural zeitgeist like if a famous person started a pod, you know?
No, it's actually really impressive.
So that's crazy to me. And it's also crazy to me that number didn't scare me. It didn't scare me that he said I will only start making money at 10,000, which is so far away from 200, you know? It's like, okay, I'll get there. And even today, I feel like I have more fears than that girl because it's like, that would sound so crazy to me how you're going to go from there to there. You know what I mean? But I didn't have that fear. I was like, okay. And also I think the reason is because if you do something that you love and that you're passionate about and that is genuine, then, and by the way, Evelyn Hugo said this, she's like, I don't care about money, not primarily in any case. And it's like, that was it for me too. Like I cared more about what you know what I mean? Like
what you're
always
putting out
said,
there, who's listening. Yeah.
If this is going to be a hobby at the beginning, then it's a hobby and I love it.
So many people start a podcast because they think they should do that because they have a platform. So they think that's how I can monetize.
Exactly. And that's not going to go. That's not going to go.
I remember telling people that like 5 years ago when somebody was like, oh, I'm going to start a podcast. I went, make sure this is something that you actually love to do because otherwise you're going to waste a lot of money on equipment and like doing all this stuff. But you have to want to do it and you have to love to do it because it is a big job and it comes across if you don't like what you're doing. Especially if it's just for money.
I know. It's yeah, you see that a lot. But even if I have friends that ask me, like I say that, like if you have something to say and if you feel like it's going to be different and unique than something that's already out there, then like I'm so for it. You know what I mean? But I think there is that thing, like not everybody needs a podcast. You know, people love to say that. Yeah. And I think like if you can check those boxes of like, I have something to say, it's different, I'm passionate about this thing, then yes, if it's like, oh, let's sign someone to do a pod because they're famous. And first of all, and it doesn't always work that way. Like it's not always going to convert that way. But for me, it always came from passion first. If this can sustain my life, great. If not, I'll work jobs and do this for fun.
Who are you manifesting being on your podcast? You get good guests.
You know, I don't know. I was really hot for Meghan Markle. I was
going to ask about her. I knew you were.
I was hot for her because I really felt like it could be good. Like I felt like it could be different. I felt like maybe she could bring something out that she hasn't yet. Mm-hmm. I was told by people like, Amanda, I know you think you're good and I agree, but you're not going to get something different out of her. Somebody told me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't I hear somewhere that it was actually maybe in the works of you getting her on the pod?
No. I mean, I know people that like are connected that I keep on bringing it up and they do tell me that, which is
Does
part of
that
the
make
reason.
you want to do it even more? So
Well,
you're like, I
it
will
doesn't-
bring something out.
I know it doesn't scare me. I would be disappointed because I really do feel like, no, there's more. Like there's somebody else that we're not seeing in all these other interviews. But that's why she's such an interesting one for me. But obviously, like, I don't know. I feel like for me, it's such a like, an opportunity will come up or I'll see something, like they're not like specific people in mind that I ride after. You know what I mean? How does it work for you? Oh, is it Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
Is it
No,
really?
I mean, I would love to. Right now, it's Jacob Elordi.
Oh, right now it's Jacob Elordi. I would love Jacob Elordi.
I would do inappropriate things to have him on my podcast.
Wait. Oh, yeah. See, like mine is very, I'm looking at my list. Like I wanted Charlie XCX. I have Meghan Markle, Lindsay Lohan. Like I literally, this list is also so, like I really don't, Emma Stone is a big one of mine. Like one day, Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence vibes. Like I just know.
Oh, you and Jennifer Lawrence, how are you not friends?
I know, like how, like we're gonna, you know, when I hear, so that's when I do get like, it's like when I'll like listen to another pod they were on and I'm like, we could be so good together, you know? Imagine you have a crush on someone, he's like dating someone else and you're like, but we make sense, you know? Like we would make sense too together. So
yeah, I do that with podcasts all the time.
So I think that's like for me, like when a dream guest, it's more like people that I think I'll really vibe with. And I have this feeling it could be good. Like, you know what I mean? Rather than like a huge name, like obviously she's a huge name, but yeah, but it's more like, oh my God, that would be so good. Like one day you'll see it. One day you'll see it. Could be good. Could be so good.
You're like 70 interviewing her, being like, I knew it one day that we would get here.
But you know what, Kaitlyn, and I will say, I'm very much about long game. If this can inspire anybody, help anyway. I am so much about long game that my friend was like, you're so cute. He said to me yesterday, because I said that about something. And I was like, well, one day she'll be out of places to go to interview at and she'll come to me.
I do that too. I do that. We are kindred spirits. I do that exact same thing.
And my friend was like, you're so adorable. Like it was so like self-deprecating. Like when she's out of options, you know, and there's no place left to go, she won't go again all the places she already went. So, but aside from that self-deprecating part, I also like play the long game. Like just because you didn't get something, and it's not only a podcast guest that you want now, like you have time, baby, you know?
I've recently been having that mindset instead of like, no, I need it now or I'm a failure. I'm really trying to be like, no, it's all, timing's everything. It's all going to happen the way it's meant to be. And I love when things are meant to be and I hate forcing anything.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you completely. You like when it feels good. You know what I mean? You like when it feels good. Me too. I'm the same way, which I don't think is like, I think it's like, yes, you have to be also a business person in the world and have to, you know, do all the things that you have to do to get yourself there. But I think that the feeling is so important too. Like for me too, like it's not like an ego thing, but it's like, it's a two-way street, you know?
I agree. And I just feel like one of my favorite things is, and I know people have said this to you before, is that a lot of people think, okay, well, when I become a mom, I have to like give up on my dreams. And really for you, it opened so many doors because you were starting to be more aligned with who your purpose is and who you're meant to be. And that opened doors without even realizing it. And you make me believe that like age is just a number, not saying you're old, I feel old, but like I always thought, okay, I have till 40, you know, till like make hay while the sun shines. And now I'm like, shut up. And like, oh, once I have a kid, how am I going to do it? Well, I'll figure it out. Like I just have. But it was honestly you that made me feel that way. And I know other women have told you that before.
Like the kids part, for sure. Yeah. And that is, it's so funny. I went on this podcast like a week ago and it was a parenting podcast. And it was like serious because it was like this girl from the Today Show. And she was like, okay, I saw that you said that one of your favorite compliments is when people say, you know, that you inspired them to like be a mom or that you made it feel like scary. And I was like, my favorite compliment is when people say I'm skinny. That's my second favorite compliment. Like the room, you know, when you like don't read your audience, the room, like they didn't know what to do. I was like, skinny first, good mom second.
So the amount of times I have put my foot in my mouth in interviews, like saying the dumbest shit, it's like shock value.
but that means actually by the way, this is something I get really daily. It's like, and it makes me feel so happy because I mean, I didn't have that. To me, I had in my mind, like, if you're a mom and you have the mom haircut, you have the mom clothes and you're into the mom stuff and you're taking the mom classes. And now you want to be a parenting coach. And now you want to give up your career and be a doula. Like, that's what I saw. Was my sister too, was kind of like that. And like, that's what I saw. And I was like, by hook or by like, I just was like, I am not going to do that. Like, I am not going to do that. I'm going to keep on going because my career wasn't there yet. And I was like, I'm going to breastfeed that baby and I'm going to be with my phone in the motherfucking air doing my shit. And I don't care.
Yeah.
And then when the baby came and I did that, like, I did exactly what I said I was going to do. And it's one of those moments in your life because, you know, you make plans, God laughs. This time God did not get the last laugh because I was like, damn, I'm literally like this, you know, it was COVID. Noah was born in COVID. I was breastfeeding and I was talking about Hilaria Baldwin, Army Hammer. There were a lot of scandals then.
Yes.
Looking like shit, bloated, postpartum, and literally getting my first brand deal all at that time. So, you know, I look at it as, no, I'm not saying have babies, shit will happen for you. But just know that if you want to have kids and you're scared that it will stop you from specifically pursuing dreams or, you know, getting ahead in your career, like, it doesn't have to stop you. And sometimes it could have the opposite effect. And I really do feel in a woo-woo way, KB, in a woo-woo way, that my kids bring me mazel, you know, bring me good fortune and good luck. And it's like, I do, after Lenny, like, I had this year of yes epiphany. Like, I just feel like something about that does give you this kind of, you know, motivation for life. And there's something, so I really feel like it's important to spread the gospel, which is, I know how scary it is to have a baby. It's scary from a lot of different, in a lot of different ways. And I went through the list. I remember being like, emotionally, financially, like, everyone has their list. And once I realized it was all checked off, like, my anxiety was in check, you know, my finances were fine enough to have a baby, you know, and then the only box unchecked was like career. It's not there. And I'm like, what am I going to wait until I'm a millionaire and then be like, no, we're going to, like, what? So I think that was the only box unchecked. And I just had faith that, like, no, you're just going to keep going. You're just going to keep going.
Did you die when Natalie said that about Whitney Levitt, that she, like, how's she being a mom and she's going to go to Broadway?
Oh, that.
I was like,
I know. And I love, by the way, I had Kaylee Coco on my pod.
I love her.
Babe, so by the way, she, like, put aside every big, you know, like, you were asking me, like, dream, like, that is the kind of person I just want to talk to. It's like, I didn't know much of a personality before, and she was everything and more. So relatable, so down to earth, so fun. Like, I just want people like that on the pod. And obviously she's a huge star, but she was talking about, she was so open about leaving her baby for 2 months to film the show that she did. And she had no fear and no qualms in saying it. And I was like, did you feel bad about it? She's like, nope. And I have to tell you, which is another thing I saw somewhere, and it's a true thing, because we're talking about a lot of, like, general just concepts of things. But if she would have said it and she said, I'd feel so bad, the trolls would come. You know what I mean? She owned it. I didn't see one negative comment. Do you understand?
Interesting.
Everyone was blowing me up about how the mom guilt conversation was so refreshing and so amazing, and they love her so much. And I didn't see one negative comment. And I'm like, that's surprising. Like, you would think you would see at least one person be like,
as soon as you said that, I thought, oh, I bet people were awful.
Babe, not one.
Wow,
not
I love that.
One. And I just feel like the way she spoke about it, she's like, I'm an amazing mom. I did not want to bring her here for her to, like, not be in her comfort zone. She was better at home. I'm working. Like, yes, is it hard for me personally to, like, I can't even picture leaving for 2 months, you know? It's a long time, but I think that, like, you do what you have to do. And people don't stop their lives. You know, you keep working, you keep going after what you love, and that can only make your kids, like, prouder to be your kids. It can make you more happy, more fulfilled. You know, there's really nothing like, you know, being fulfilled with what you do and then coming home to your kids and being like, oh, it's complete. Like, I have all the things,
Totally.
you know, I have all the
Yeah.
things. So I'm really a proponent of that, you know?
I love it because it's just whatever works for whoever. If that's what you believe and that's what's best for you and your family, and you just own that truth, and that's like that. I just think that's the most important thing in life and everything that we do, just owning your truth. And even if it's like self-deprecating or it's embarrassing or it's other people would shame you for it, but if it's your truth, then who gives a
Yeah. No, I love that because I feel like I've seen things and I'm like, when people own it before other people get to own you, you know what I mean? Like you just own your shit, you know, and then everyone can suck a D.
You know what? Let's end it right there.
Okay. Everyone can
and everyone
just
else can
suck a D.
I love that. I love you.
I love you.
loved talking to you. I could have talked for another hour.
I know. This
Well,
is how
I'm
we
gonna
catch
be
up.
in New York in April. I know. I forgot we were podcasting.